All right. Good night, everyone. We
No,
are we are live and here with a extra special guest, Carlos Kamara of Gotham Central.
Central.
Right, located in Mississauga, a couple of clicks outside of Toronto, in the west side of Toronto. Welcome to Comix Asylum Live with Steve and Jay. Jay, great that you could make it. I know you've been like double and triple booked today, but it's all good.
Yeah. Crazy, just absolutely crazy. It's been nuts lately, guys.
You're like Wally West, my man. You just
I got a speed, just pure speed.
perfect. So, Carlos, how you doing?
Doing good. Just chilling out this evening. Happy to join your broadcast.
Excellent. And we're gonna do some deep dives into your escapades from last week because we're gonna do a bit of a New York Comic Con recap.
My risky escapades in NYCC. Yeah, let's do it.
It's all good. And Jay, how's your week been?
Yeah, it's been pretty good. A lot of things to catch up on. Just always doing more videos. NYCC just absolutely nuts. All the releases, all
Oh
the
yeah.
Haslabs, and action figures that were teased and confirmed, and Mondo's killing it as always, and of course lots of comics, man. Comics galore. So great stuff.
Do you know there was over 400 comic exclusives for NYCC 2024 this year?
Wow,
it's crazy.
400 exclusives plus.
That's amazing.
Amazing. That's crazy.
That is nuts.
That doesn't even count toys and pins and stuff. It was nuts.
So I'm gonna ask you, how much did you get a hold of?
Let's say in the first half hour of being at the show, I dropped about 3,000 US on exclusive stuff.
Oh my god!
It was a little crazy, I had to make sure I had enough for all the signatures and the fees they charge and stuff like that. But it was probably my favorite time at New York Comic Con was this year. It was pretty good. Yeah, very busy. If you're gonna go on a Thursday. Thursday's your latest day, and I found Saturday to be pretty easy compared. Usually it's one of the busier days, but a lot of space to walk, so which was good. Friday was insane, shoulder to shoulder, lots of sweaty Comic-Con nerds everywhere. So it was pure heat.
That's the territory, man. That's the territory.
Yeah, for sure. I want to open a booth with exclusive deodorants. This is the best exclusive superhero deodorants.
Oh my god! Yeah, no. You will clean up. You will clean up, Carlos.
Can you imagine that limited edition deodorants? Man,
oh yeah, man.
100%. You'll clean up.
Get some artwork on the packaging, and you're all good.
There you go.
House. You will clean.
That's my next business venture.
Yeah. So and Carlos, you've been to like pretty much all of the big ones when it comes to conventions. How does New York stack up in terms of not only just the like the big ones, but also anything that's in North America?
So the only one I haven't been to is SDCC. I haven't been to San Diego. It's on my list to do probably next year. It's something that I never appealed to me just because of how I hear it's so massive. But now I got to go so I can compare it to New York Comic Con. So I've done MegaCon to Fan Expo. I've been to Denver. I've been to LA cons and stuff like that. I've been to British in the UK. I've been to cons there. So New York has been, from day one, it's just grown to this massive convention. I guess the only problem with New York, it's because it's in October. San Diego has it beat because of all the California, the Los Angeles, Hollywood studio connections. So, But this year, you had Venom, and you had Hardy, Tom Hardy show up, and you had all the Stranger Things cast and all the celebrities. So it was pretty awesome. So you had the Daredevil and Kingpin actors walking the Artist Alley floor. I don't think people knew that they were walking the floor. And I know that Aaron Rodgers, the quarterback for New York Jets, walked by me. I could have swore it was him, and then
been practicing, to be honest with you.
He's practicing. He can't throw a football no more, right? So
yeah, no, but that's great. Like, and that's the kind of con that you want. I know, like, it's been like almost 20 years since I've been to San Diego, and and Jay was there just last year, or was it this year?
I've been.
No, that's right. You were here this recently.
Yeah, I was fortunate enough to have gone 5 times now. I've been to San Diego 5 times, mostly for work.
Right.
Yeah, I was lucky enough that like the work I was doing was actually coincide with San Diego Comic-Con, so I was always there during the Comic-Con, and I had a professional badge. And this year I had a panel at SDCC for Flipor, the action figure that we created.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a great time, great experience. I don't know. I've never been to NYCC, but from what I see, I think they're either comparable or possibly near the same size now. I mean, like they've had a rivalry for the longest time right now. You know, it's been pretty crazy between New York Comic Con and San Diego Comic Con. So, Carlos, I don't think you would be. I know that there's a lot of apprehension about how vast it is, how shoulder to shoulder. But now you've been to New York, so I would imagine it's about the same. And for whatever reason, people take showers in San Diego. I don't know. Like, it's actually a lot better in terms of the BO situation. It's actually not nearly as bad. I've only experienced like some really, really weird people, you know, and cosplayers. Unfortunately, that's just a common thing. You know, it is what it is, right? So,
well,
sorry, go ahead.
Well, from speaking to a few of my retailer friends that do San Diego, they say that it's comparable. They're about the same, but New York is more compact, like shoulder to shoulder, where San Diego, you have all those big movie panels that takes away the crowd from the show floor or from Artist Alley. So Artist Alley at San Diego is very accessible to the public, or to guys like me seeking signatures. And you know, you just stay away from the booths like Hasbro or Mondo, like you said, that do the exclusive release drops there, and they have lineups for days. You know, so those are the big things. But you get all the West Coast dealers and manufacturers that set up at San Diego, so it is comparable. I think NYC's like averaging over 200,000 people, I believe now.
That's about right.
And they're expanding all the time. So I know SDCC is capped in their attendance, and I heard rumors that they might be moving their leases up.
Yeah. You know what? I spoke to a lot of vendors. I spoke to Super 7 while I was there. I spoke to a couple of I spoke to Mondo, and they're all the same opinion because they actually have a footprint. Like Super 7 is actually in San Diego, and they're pretty much like, no, they're not going to move. It just doesn't make any sense. The only place for them to move is Las Vegas, and that happened for DesignerCon. DesignerCon actually moved down to Las Vegas after being in San Diego for decades. So, and the thing is that I don't think the city would take the chance. You know, they will continue to bid, and the real reason, if there's any real reason why San Diego wants to move, it's because the hotel situation is stupid. Now New York isn't any better. I mean, like, you know, last time I heard, like, a hotel room in New York is like $300 sometimes, and depending on where you go. So I mean,
$100 for one night at the hotel where I stayed for one night, and that's if you book that week. Thank God we booked weeks and weeks in advance.
Yeah.
But I also heard that that's where they're thinking of moving with San Diego. If San Diego was going to Vegas, and Vegas is probably the perfect spot. You got all those hotels, you got enough space for all the conventions, and it's easy flowing, easy traffic, right? So
yeah,
I can
see
that is
the rumor. So yeah, go. Sorry, Carlos.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, go ahead, Steve.
No, go ahead. Finish.
I could see it happening, but this is a scenario I can see. If they do move to Vegas, I can see Reed Promotions who owns NYCC and C2E2 going in and opening San Diego Comic-Con, their version, and taking over that area, you know. So there's always that possibility. If they leave, somebody's going to come in and take advantage of that San Diego Convention Center too. So
yeah, it's a tough situation all around. But at the end of the day, you know, I think San Diego as a city changes. Like, it's the whole city. It's not even just the convention center. The whole city turns into Comic-Con. So a lot of the commerce, a lot of the local businesses, they thrive when San Diego's around. So San Diego Comic-Con's around. So it just, to me, I don't think it. They shut down Petco Park, for crying out loud. You know what I mean? Like, that's how crazy it is. It's absolutely nuts. So,
well, Jay, they already lost the Chargers, right? The NFL team.
Yeah,
they're now in
true.
LA. So they're kind of losing their event status when it comes to being a town.
Yep.
Because the NFL is huge. It brings in a lot of cash. Like, I know it wasn't necessarily downtown where that stadium was, but you can't afford to lose the Chargers, the NFL, and then lose Comic-Con, right? It just, you know, the Padres are great, but come on.
I totally agree, and that's exactly why I think that if they're not stupid, the local constituents is going to do whatever they can to keep it, because they know how intrinsically valued it is as a part of the culture of the city. Really, you know what I mean? It's actually part of their identity. So,
yeah, Carlos, I think the only thing about New York versus San Diego that might be challenging, or not as challenging, I think load-in will be easier in San Diego. I was on a podcast a couple of days ago, and it was an artist saying that load-in to get to Javits is a beast, because, you know, you're in the middle of Manhattan, and so getting your stuff into load-in, probably no different than Toronto, but just exponentially worse.
Well, I did set up at the NYCC back in 2019, pre-COVID, and so there's 3 ways of doing it. You have street load-in, and that's where you do it yourself, and you don't have to worry about the union docks, you know.
Right.
You have the back load-in, but anything coming on a dock has to go through the union Teamsters down there.
That is crazy.
Like, crazy
oh my
money.
God.
You know, and so you get a booth at New York Comic Con that does not include a table and doesn't include chairs, and you want to rent. You have to rent that stuff. So a lot of dealers bring their own tables. I think to get one chair, it's like $30 US per day for the 4 days, which is like $120 for a chair. So it's pretty crazy. Like, you know, in Toronto, we got to do all our own load-ins off street, off the docks, or trucks, you know. But at least it's you don't have Teamsters coming after you saying, "Hey, can't touch your stuff." So it's got that like New York mob style feel, you know, where they shake you down. You want your stuff? Well, you got to pay, you know.
There's a fee. There's a fee.
There's a fee. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. So a lot of artists are coming off the streets and stuff like that. They just park the car. Plus, it's in the Hudson Yards area, the lower end of Hell's Kitchen. So it's like a part of New York that's not. It's up and coming. I've seen that part. It's like last 20 years. That part was like dead man's land, and then now it's got everything, restaurants and high rises and all these places. It's pretty cool. It's amazing how it's transformed, and I bet you it's all due to New York Comic Con, you know.
Yeah, no, totally. That's the one thing about New York is, like, when they get a spot, they will develop it, especially if there's an economic engine attached to it. Yeah. So what was your highlight?
Man, I was asked that question today, and my answer was coming home. I was done. I think my flight was like 8:30 Saturday night, and I was in the hotel at 2:00. I was just done, you know. And that's the second year in a row that I left that con early on Saturday. But the highlight was probably getting to meet a lot of. Did you guys lose? Oh, you got pictures. Look at you, man.
Yeah,
You're
we're a first class organization here.
Yes, you are. Yeah, that's Todd McFarlane. I got to meet a lot of cool people. I think just meeting all these international artists like Alex Lozano and Francis Portela, just getting Dan Mora was pretty cool, and Jorge Jimenez, the best looking, best sharp dressed
Oh,
artist.
that dude is a model.
Yeah, that and his girlfriend's pretty cute too. But damn, that guy's a good looking dude, man. Good looking dude. It's pretty good, and he loves soccer. This guy was pretty interesting. Alex Lozano, what a talented artist. He did a killer Wolverine cover, which I got signed
Nice.
there at the show. But yeah, it's cool meeting Todd McFarlane. I've met many times, so I don't get starstruck. Probably the hottest artist in the industry right now, and the hottest book, which is Nick Dragotta on Absolute Batman. Sanford Green, he killed it on that Doom one shot with the MF Doom storyline. That was killer. He's a great guy. I believe he's from South Carolina.
I think so.
My good friend Ivan Rias from Brazil. He's on High Street. He's part of Ghost Machine. That was cool. What else do you got? There's Jason Fabic, fellow Canadian, good friend of ours.
Is that Jeff Johns in the background?
Jeff Johns, yeah, he's been to the shop. Yeah, that's Jeff. They had the whole I love what Ghost Machine's doing.
Oh, it's totally
old school Image Comics back in the 90s. They were rock stars. They were there for the fans, doing a lot of promotional work. It was fantastic. This guy's talented. That's Dyke Ruin. I think he lives in Italy, and he's super talented. Look out for that guy. He's pretty good.
That Loki is on point.
Yeah, he's very, very talented. That's a legend right there, Bill Sienkiewicz.
Yep.
He was just sketching up.
Nova.
I threw him some ideas about doing a Bill Sienkiewicz My Little Pony sketch. You know, I think he likes my ideas. That's I'm in the green room with Jeff Loeb's forehead, and that's
right there.
That's Scott Snyder signing piles and piles of Absolute Batman, the hottest book of the convention right there.
So, Carlos, is that the Rockstar title so far for 2024?
You know, that book. Okay, outside in the as you know, being in the comic industry, comics they've been on a decline for a little while in print runs and stuff like that. You have your mainstays like Batman, Spider-Man, the relaunch of X-Men. So if you look at the biggest sellers in the last, let's say, 5 years, what comes to mind was probably Berserker from Boom Studios, Keanu Reeves. That sold tons of copies. Then you have probably the return of the Ultimate Universe last year, Ultimate Spider-Man. And that brought in a whole influx of old collectors that remember Ultimate Spider-Man, and that's still doing strong. And then probably about, what are we looking at? 10, 15 years? No, 2024, 14 years to the day, or to give a few, was, remember New 52?
Mm-hmm.
New 52 Batman with Scott Snyder, Greg Capullo, and that was crazy. Well, 14 years later, you know, they come out with Absolute Batman, and that was not. I think we sold close to 1,000 copies in the first 2 days, which is unheard of these days.
That's crazy numbers.
Yeah, and for us, you know, and and then after I took this photo, I went to the table to talk to Scott and the boys, and I said, "Thank you. You just rejuvenated the whole industry again with Absolute Batman, you know." And what came out today, Absolute Wonder Woman, that was crazy, you know. So, and then we got Superman, I believe, next week or the week after, and that's going to be another huge title. So that's what we need. We need solid storylines, you know, get back to basics.
Good talent on it, you know.
Fresh, you know. Yeah. That's our good friend Jason Liu, or you know Jason.
Yep.
And you know, he had
He's doing Dazzler right now.
Pardon?
He's doing Dazzler right now.
and Werewolf by Night, and
Yeah.
2 books that came out this week. Man, he's like I watched this kid as a customer and his own thing, and now he's like writing 2-3 titles for Marvel and drawing. It's pretty good, and I love
That's great.
the local success there. Yeah.
Yeah, no, Jason's great.
That's my crew at the shop. So I don't know if you guys heard about they're saying the fist fights that happened there at the comic
The Marvel panel.
at the Spawn booth for that
Yeah.
Spawn comic.
Yeah, I heard about that as well too.
I was there.
Saw it?
I was in the middle of it. There was
what?
Get
Do
out of
tell.
Really?
Do tell.
Nobody got punched. No fist fights, guys. It was a lot of grown men with a few women sprinkled in between, going crazy over this stupid book that was released at 10 o'clock in the morning, shoving and pushing, and then one guy yelling at 3 guys because they shoved his wife. That's what it was. And it was sad. It was poorly handled, the whole lineup and sale situation. You know, you just wish they did more of a lottery or a ticketed system. And I'm sure you get that in San Diego Comic-Con when they drop exclusive.
You know what, Carlos, you should watch some of my videos. I stood in line for a Goku figure for 3 hours.
3 hours. Wow.
I stood in line for a Lego figure for 2.5 hours.
Was there pushing and shoving?
No, it was very well organized. It's San Diego. I think again, there's a lot more tolerance for staying in good weather. You know what I mean? But when it comes to but you get enough people into a small area. Oh yeah, there's going to be pushing and shoving. No, like this was the line I was in. You can watch it on my channel if you want. It was outside. It was outside of the convention.
Yeah.
Bandai had set up a booth. Had bought out an entire hotel front foyer, and they just set up a capsule corporation like huge headquarters and stuff. It was crazy.
That is smart, and that's you got a lot of companies doing that. They don't want to pay the big prices of setting up a Comic-Con, so they rent out little units and buildings and office spaces around the city, and then they throw like little gatherings and just social media and have people come over to them. I think that's like Whatnot. Whatnot is doing. They have a place called Hero House where you can go live stream. They pay the connection for internet's good, and you just come and they set up a lounge, and artists go there to do live streams and stuff, and people can go there and just relax and participate with live Whatnot shows. This guy's talented. I don't know if you know David Sanchez.
No, I'm not familiar with him, but that's his stuff. He's awesome.
Yeah, he is super talented. Very nice guy. Just great guy all around. Yeah. I should post more pictures. What is this? R.L. Stein. That's R.L. Stein.
Ah, okay.
I was just walking, and then there's R.L. Stein signing books, so that's pretty cool.
Is that a Funko Pop, it looks like? Probably a Goosebumps Funko Pop.
Probably. I don't know. He had some funky contacts on, too. So.
Okay. And then Denise Richards.
Oh, my God. The worst celebrity ever.
Really?
Really?
I had to go get some stuff signed for a friend, and 7 times I kept going back and back and back, and she was always on breaks. She would sign a half hour, then have to go to the washroom, but oh well, finally got it done.
Sounds good. We are going to hop into some comments, and then we're going to get back to some more New York Comic-Con news. So this is from Skeletor. Carlos, I met you at Fan Expo with my cousin Marcel.
Okay.
And then he says, Portugal represent.
Always. Canadian first, Portuguese second, man. I'm proud Canadian, proud Portuguese Canadian. So
for sure. Dave's Dimension. Hope everyone's having a great night. Nolan says, hey, Jake, Steve, Carlos, and chat. Uzpaz A. Wolf Raven says a McFarlane John Wick series would be nice. Do they have a toy line already or no?
Dimond has it. Mafex has him. A couple of lines have them. But yeah, I mean, like, I'm not sure if McFarlane. The problem with McFarlane is that he doesn't do faces well, right? So
Yeah.
it's tough. And I'm not even going to say that the Mafex version is a perfect Keanu Reeves face, but it's probably better than what I would expect from McFarlane. Although the Christopher Reeves they just released is pretty damn
Yeah.
close. So
Yeah, they did a
very
good job
excited-
with that.
Very excited about that.
You know what? I'm looking forward to that McFarlane Marvel line, and I believe it's releasing soon or just released.
I have a couple of slides from New York Comic Con, the floor where they actually had it. I'm really excited for his Spawn cover. That looks insane. We'll get to that though, Carlos. We'll talk about all of that stuff.
So I'm a Ninja Brew, love from South Africa, but I'm actually currently in Florida. How you doing?
Good to see you, brother.
And then Chad Stewart. Hey Jay, wait, is that a fellow Michigan Wolverine fan? Yes. Go blue, go blue. Let me see. J-Man. You know J-Man Carlos? He says, hey, Carlos.
Yes.
And then he also says, absolute Batman. Never heard of it.
You only have 10 copies, J-Man.
Here's an interesting question, and I think we covered this a few weeks ago.
Hold on. J-Man. I think J-Man is the biggest Rob Liefeld fan around.
Oh.
Just for a note.
Okay.
That guy have all kinds of Liefeld in his collection.
All right, so we got a Liefeld stand. So the time scale says, I know this is a naive question, but can anyone get a license to make a Batman comic?
No.
No.
No, the answer is no.
No. But in about 10 years, it will be whatchamacallit?
It'll be public domain.
Public domain. Thank you.
Well,
but
Joker's public domain right now, I believe. I think the Golden Age Joker, or is it this year?
Yeah.
I read somewhere that or is it the Batmobile? Not the Batmobile.
No. So fun fact. Disney already got away with this. So even though they're going public domain, it's only covering the public domain that was, let's say, Bob Kane, right? So Bob Kane's Batman is going public domain, but Jim Lee's Batman is still up in the air. Same thing with anybody else who touched it. Those, that's how that works. It's so crazy how that works. But if you want to draw like Bob Kane, then go for it. Nobody can stop you.
Isn't the word superhero now public domain?
Superhero is also public domain. Yes. But that's not public. I don't think it was public domain so much as it was a court case that both Marvel and DC were trying to.
They were trying to
hold on to.
Oh, they were trying to,
and they lost, and they ended up losing it.
Yeah, they finally lost it. The court finally said no, you cannot copyright.
Hold on. Is Comic-Con trademarked?
See, that's the issue with New York and San Diego.
Yes. They've been fighting that battle forever. But it's the way that's because they just hate each other. That's the problem. But for the most part, no, it's not really copyrighted. It's like a guy who well, let's just say it. Informa is not going to get a C&D tomorrow because they're using Toronto Comic Con. It's not going to happen. It's just a specific. I think it was because New York used Comic-Con, which is what San Diego's been using for forever, right? And San Diego's, and it's just a spiteful thing. They're basically saying you can't do that. That's mine, right? That's basically what they're trying to say.
But they all do.
Yeah, I know.
You got Rhode Island Comic Con, you got MegaCon, Fan
Expo.
You got every convention do with comics and pop culture is a Comic Con.
Exactly. It's not going to go anywhere. But they keep fighting it because they want their version, right? So anyway.
Right. Before we go a bit too long into something, I want to show everyone. Oh, maybe it's X. Yeah, the one thing that DC is doing is they unveiled their Absolute Universe, and I'm not quite sure I'm feeling Martian Manhunter.
This will be a first. I just heard about that today, so show me.
All right, so let me share this screen. This Absolute Flash. Is it this one? Yeah, it's this one.
What's with the colors?
He looks like pop art or something.
I'm only viewing it on my phone, so I can't. I don't
Yeah,
like
it's
not that. So
yeah, he looks like a test pattern.
That he does.
yeah.
Yeah.
So that's, I guess, his guys, normal
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah.
But
So that's
then,
John, is that John? Is that
yeah, I guess this is John's, and this is what he looks like.
Mm.
He almost looks like if Gumby got run over.
he reminds me, he reminds me of one of those Easter Island.
Yeah, the head.
Yeah.
Yeah. That looks awful. Who's writing this?
It looks like it's Dennis Camp and Javier Rodriguez. I don't know if. Let me
Yeah,
see. I'll tell you who it is.
I like Javier's,
Yeah, Dennis
yeah.
Camp is writing it.
and the artist is Javier Rodriguez.
Yeah.
Okay, Dennis Camp is pretty good. So the writer is decent. I don't know if the concept is any good. I know Jeff Lemire's writing Absolute Flash.
Yes, and the cover looks great.
And we just booked them in for the release of that for a store signing in March. So
Nice.
that coming. And
Hold on a
there's
second. I'm gonna find it for you. I'm gonna find. Here it is.
Jay, where are you located, Jay?
I'm in Markham, Carlos.
Oh, local, okay.
Yeah, but
Have we met before?
every now and then, I see you at Fan Expo. I've been by the shop a couple times, but I don't do as much hunting as I used to. So yeah, it's been a while. You ended up moving up to Mississauga for that new location, so I was it was easier to get to before, but it's all good. I drop by whenever I can.
My the older I get, my memory is gone.
It's all good, brother. We're all in the same boat, man.
I like
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, there's the Flash.
Yeah, so that's Absolute Flash. Let me see if I can watch my Zoom totally betray me now. There we go. Yes, this is Lois getting the powers after Absolute. After the Absolute miniseries. Let me see if I can find it. There it is. I went back to normal. So apparently it's Wally West, and I think he's non-binary, and Jeff Lemire's. Yeah, he's non-binary apparently, and Jeff Lemire is going to be behind it. So I'm looking forward to it. It looks great, and apparently the Rogues are in it as well too.
Oh, that should be. I love Jeff. Jeff's a super. I just noticed is that we don't. I want to compile how much talent
is it
in Southern Ontario.
Yes.
Like that are on mainstream comics. It's just incredible just how much talent is out there on mainstream right now and independents. But Jesus Christ, man.
No, yeah. It's
Canada.
It's remarkable how David Finch, Francis Manapul, Jason Fayabach, we can keep going, right? Jason Liu, Jeff Lemire,
Chip Zdarsky.
Yeah, Chip Zdarsky. Is Del Mundo in
Mike Del Mundo's in Markham. You got
Markham.
Yeah. You got so much talent across the GTA and Southern Ontario, just across Canada,
Yes.
Just nuts. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, no, totally. Before we head off of the comics, did you get a chance to see any of the Marvel or DC celebs that were in either the DCEU or for the new Daredevil?
I saw the old lady from Deadpool. Deadpool's room.
Yeah, really?
Yeah.
There.
Leslie Uggams. That's awesome.
She was awesome. She was on the Marvel stage. So I got to see her. And I was like, hey, that's the Deadpool's roommate,
Right.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. Other than that, I wasn't, besides seeing Michael Ironside, I bumped into.
Oh wow! Speaking
that's
of
cool.
Canadians,
Yeah,
That's
and what's his Casper Van Diem from Starship Troopers.
Starship Troopers.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
cool.
and talking to at least Denise Richards for like 5-10 minutes was pretty cool. Her husband's actually a real cool fella. He's from Toronto, actually. And he's very
Okay.
interesting. He's like an actor, but he does more health. Yeah, we could talk off camera about it, but yeah, he's pretty good. But other than that, no, it's just pure comic related. All the artists, creators, and stuff like that. So yeah.
Wow, that's really cool.
DMC. I always love running into Daryl McDaniels from
Right.
Run DMC. That guy is like, he could talk for hours and you can just sit there and listen to that guy's stories. He's real good. But yeah, that's about it.
That's cool. That's cool. There's one other thing I'm gonna. This came up at New York, and I would like to get your take on it. It is a Vertigo coming back, but then also there's a new imprint. Rick Remender is doing a Giant Generator.
So the imprint there is it's one of his older imprints, but he's going to start taking off with Giant Generator, and I think he's I can't see the lineup.
Kalman's in it. Kalman, Daniel Acuna.
Yeah.
Let me see
So
who else.
it's all creator owned, I guess.
Yeah, it looks like it.
So I guess that's the way
Steve Epting, Zeb Wells.
Comics are going, right? So you have Ghost Machine, you got Giant Generator, you got
Distillery.
Distillery, you got James Tinian with Tiny Onion.
Right.
So that's the future. That's the way to maintain possession and owner rights of your properties, which is good, right?
Yeah, no, it's great. I'm looking forward to it. I'm enjoying the Ghost Machine stuff. I picked up, I think it's Hyde Street from you, Carlos, and Ivan Reyes absolutely blazed that issue. It is unbelievable.
His artwork is incredible.
Yeah, he's a modern master. The Distillery books, I'm kind of, it's like their format is a little bit different. It's almost like a 1-to-1 kind of format.
For a retailer who carries Distillery books, it's like they're just slightly off of magazine size. So protecting those books for the collectors is just crazy. But I guess it's all in how much paper you can cut off a sheet and so on, and specifics like that. So, but to get back to your point about DC bringing back Vertigo, I think they got rid of it about 4, 5, 6 years ago.
About that, they had the Black Label, and then because I guess that was their answer to Marvel Edge when Marvel Edge was back in the early 2000s.
Yeah, I think it's fantastic, and that's bring it back, bring in those grimy stories, adult-oriented stories, and keep a comic based on comics. Not that's the problem. Stop bringing political views into it.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. I mean,
people want
to escape. People want to enjoy themselves. You know what I mean? Just leave it to like just a regular story for people who grew up on comic books. I mean,
there's nothing wrong. I agree with you. Like, leave it like that, the regular stories, but create new stories that finds new readers so they can have their escape into the comic universe or into whatever universe, because that's what it is. It's a break from reality.
Exactly. I totally agree.
Yeah,
totally. Like you can sprinkle in stuff that's so it's grounded in a way, but let the superhero stuff be superhero stuff, or let the escapist stuff be escapist. Like, that's what you're there for.
We are in the times of comic collecting that we have such vast genres, from superheroes to horror comics to Something's Killing the Children to absolute Batman.
Yeah.
Back in probably pre-2000s. We didn't have any of that.
Nope.
Think about all the crappy stories out of the 90s that came, that came out. When I had my shop, it was just crap,
Carlos, since you're fully in it, from my point of view as a collector, the 90s, I think everyone looks at it with rose-colored glasses. There's a lot of stuff that came out of the 90s that is
horrible.
Yeah, absolutely.
But the
you
artwork,
can't look at it now.
Don't forget.
Oh yeah, some amazing art for sure.
Oh yeah, Image was putting out the worst stories ever, but the artwork, the page quality, and the colors—that was the first time you really got. That was like next level comics. You had Marvel and DC using newsprint,
right?
And Image comes along and says, "Oh, we're gonna kick your ass. Use this better quality paper, and we got the best artists." Problem is, nobody can write a fucking book.
That's right. That's right.
So
you need both sides. You need both sides of it.
You remember Backlash crossover with Spider-Man?
Yes.
Brett Booth and those colors. That was probably the most
amazing
art and colors that popped. It was Joe Madura's Battle Chasers.
Yeah.
That
was an anime on paper.
That was. That was in a time where you're looking at Marvel and their crappy paper. Sometimes we get the new stock books for the week, and I look at it and go, and these days you can't print on better paper and ink's rubbing off and stuff like that. It's like, come on, it's not like books are $1.25 anymore. The average book is $4.99 US, $6-7 Canadian, right? So give us a little bit of quality,
No, I hear you.
Back in the day, it was no better than newsprint. It was so bad.
Yeah, I know Alterna went to full newsprint. I think that was one of their kind of angles.
Yeah.
But with the art that you have now, and then like the ability to just represent what is actually on the screen, because everything's done on computer, the paper and the stock for covers and stuff, the card stock, it's unparalleled right now.
We're in a time where every other cover is a foil cover.
Yeah.
It's like what? Every foil. It's like crazy.
Yeah, it is nuts.
It's like worse than the 90s. At least they complain about 90s having so many variants. No, man, we're in the time where you need A, B, C, like Dynamite. Dynamite puts out like 20 covers for one issue. Issue 16 of Vampirella. Here's 20 covers, line art, this art. At one point, just it's enough,
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, when you see their Kickstarters, it's like just a wall of covers.
Yeah, it's crazy. But I guess, all they're doing is changing the cover, and they have a printer. I don't know.
Yeah, they got it all figured out.
Yeah.
So, Jay, what about the toys from NYCC? What do you got for us?
We got quite we got quite the smorgasbord. I mean, it was crazy. These images come from our good friends over at toyark.com. Guys, they're a wonderful news resource for toy news all year round. Give them a like and a follow. Tell them that Comix Asylum sent you. It was an absolute crazy set of reveals at New York Comic Con. But as I said earlier, these are kind of looking kind of crazy. I don't know if you saw these.
Oh, those are the McFarlane mods, right?
Yeah, these are they're Todd's mods. So Carlos, I don't know if you were at the McFarlane panel, but they debuted these ones, and yeah, they're pretty interesting. Not sure if I'm into the overall aesthetic. I mean, it's very
the Hulk they got the Hulk fists on Batman, eh?
Yeah. I'm thinking it's kind of it's a bit of a mashup. Kind of
Miller. It's got some Miller.
Yeah, a little bit of Milner, a little bit of Frank Miller.
Is that a Bane?
That is a Bane. Yeah, that's a Bane. That's
Swamp Thing. And Swamp Thing.
Like a blob instead of a Bane.
I know, right? He's got this gigantic. What is that? Is that his shoulder? I
can't that's a shoulder. That is a shoulder. Yeah.
That's not even his bicep.
That's
just
I'm looking at this off my phone, and that looks like the Hunchback of Notre Dame.
The Hunchback of Gotham.
Yeah,
it is pretty crazy.
Pretty cool. I like that look on Batman. And is that Swamp Thing?
That's a Swamp Thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I didn't see these at New York.
Yeah, they were debuted at the actual official McFarlane panel, and What went up for pre-order earlier this week was actually this awesome little ditty. So Spawn number 1 actually got a debut, and this one's actually pretty cool. I mean, like it is. There are these little stanchions that McFarlane is coming out with right
so
now.
That's off of issue number 1, right?
It is. This is off of,
Yeah.
of Spawn number 1.
Is that a comic book or something?
No, this is a 3D maquette. So basically, it's a comic. It's the comic book art, but done in 3D. So basically, he's making them into. That's his new shtick, right? Because you mentioned the
Marvel.
the Mattel, the Marvel. That's exactly what he's doing. He's taking all the covers and making it into 3D stanchions,
Nice.
so that you can collect them and put them on your shelf. It's another way of gamifying or collectifying, a new comics for collectors in 3D. So yeah, it's pretty cool. So basically, you can go all the way over. If you wanted to find out what the hell's behind him for the first time ever, you can actually see, Spawn's ass. You know what I mean? That kind of stupidness.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, that's how that sits, and it's even got the imprint. You can actually see it there, right? So yeah, a lot of fun. And it just went up for pre-order earlier this week. And then we talked about Mondo.
Oh, wow.
Mondo killed it. Mondo killed it this past San Diego Comic-Con. They've been doing their new Spider-Man line, and this is 1/6 scale animated. This guy is crazy. He's up for pre-order right now, and he's freaking huge. So Eddie Brock.
Oh, wow. Okay. Changeable heads. Cool.
These are articulated.
1/6 scale, yeah. So this is 13 inches, I think. He's huge. He's massive, obviously. So there he is taking on animated Spider-Man, and yeah, he's got the webbing, which can actually tie him up. He's even got the mask that, and this was really cool.
Just correct me if I'm wrong. I'm just not sure if that's the lighting in the images or if he's got red highlights painted.
Yes. So this is cell shading.
Okay.
He's got red and blue highlights, just like it was in the cartoon.
Yeah. I don't remember with the red highlights in the cartoon, but that might.
Yeah, they were there.
Just my dodgy memory.
It was depending on what angle he was viewed at, right? So
right.
they've got that going. He's got the slime on the tongue. You know what I mean? So
you know what though? I love how they're put together because like we were mentioning this last week. I love how there's no pins.
Yep, pinless elbows, pinless knees. Yeah, that's been a big thing for a while now. Articulation and action figures have come a long way since the days of Medicom and Toy Biz.
That is huge, though.
He's massive. He's absolutely massive. If you look at him, he's 13 inches tall. Right, he's a 1/6 scale. Right.
What's the price point retail on these?
This one is probably going to come in at around $220. This is deluxe. All right, maybe $240. This one's Mondo.
Yeah, $220 Canadian or American?
American. Yeah. So by the time it lands here, it's almost $300.
Probably a little bit more with
yeah. With the import and things. Yeah. It's probably gonna be quite the price tag for us poor Canadians.
Yeah.
Star Wars had a whole host of different reveals for the what's it called, for the Phantom Menace and the the Clone Wars and Revenge of the Sith. They're re-releasing Commander Cody for the umpteenth time. I mean, how many Commander Codys do we need? I mean, this guy. No, seriously, I think there's like a third or fourth Commander Cody that we've been issued. He comes with the hologram for Order 66. So
there you go.
Yeah. So sinister Commander Cody, and later on in the series, they actually redeemed him somewhere. He's on the classic card for Revenge of the Sith, right? So this is the way it looked back in the day on the Kenner cards. So yeah, a lot of fun for him. And then they started breaking into the new line of I don't know. What do you guys think about this Skeleton Crew? Have you guys seen the trailers yet?
I have. It's kind of like, is it Goonies meets
Star
Wars?
Exactly what I thought. Exactly what I thought when I saw the trailer. It's like Goonies in space, right?
Yeah.
A bunch of little kids going on adventures.
Yeah, Jude Law is going to be, I guess, the lead.
Yep. Well, no, the kids are technically the lead, but Jude Law is their guide. You know what I mean? He's the
unless he pulls a no spoilers. Which we call it. Who was in the Matrix? What was her name?
Which one?
Trinity. Who played Trinity?
Who played Trinity? That was Carrie Ann Moss.
Carrie Ann Moss. Unless he has a Carrie Ann Moss deal. In the new series.
Yeah,
because she didn't hang around long.
No, actually, she's. I was.
She had an interesting comment. Did you read that comment that she had?
Well, technically, she was in what 4 episodes?
Technically,
right?
Yeah. Huh? But she was like, it got canceled. Okay.
No, I know. Again, it was, but again, she wasn't going to be around for the second series anyway, right? So I mean, it for her, it was no, it was like water under the bridge, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, a lot of salt in that wound. I got to tell you, a lot of.
Not digging that head sculpt though.
Is it just me, or did he steal Gambit's coat?
There's that too, and I'm not sure that's not Jude Law.
No, head like Hasbro's photoreal technology is pretty good, but when it comes to like 5 o'clock shadows and stuff like that, it really does make it. And he's got a very a unique face. It's kind of like trying to capture Mark Hamill's face, right? It's almost impossible. Like a lot of like unless you're dealing with 1/6 where you got a lot more real estate, getting these 6-inch figures to actually look like their characters can be pretty tough.
I like the posability though. It's pretty nice.
Yeah. Action figures are getting really, really good at what they do. So that's what he's actually supposed to look like, ish, right? Even when I saw him on the commercial, I was like, "Wow, is that Jude Law? He's changed a lot." So a lot of the kids from the show are going to be featured. These are all brand new sculpts because they can't share any parts from anybody. And we got this little cute. I don't know what the heck this is.
That the next Jar Jar Binks?
Well, I mean, yeah, but they're doing a lot more. Like I think everything's practical. So all of the animatronics in this character, they look pretty good. They're probably augmented with a little bit of CG here and there.
Yeah, probably.
But yeah, so
Neil, I
think the Star Wars line is tired now.
Star Wars is dead. If we're gonna talk candidly, Star Wars is dead. They can't sell anything. They've lost all the goodwill with the fans, right? Because every freaking
retailers,
that too, right? Exactly. Every freaking figure has been reissued 6 times. How many Mandos do we need? I mean, geez, Louise. Carlos, I bet you're holding on to like another 20 Mandos still. You know what I mean? It's crazy.
19.
There you go. I was close. This guy looks pretty interesting. Some sort of if you guys remember from the Cantina scene, this is one of the werewolf guys. So really cool.
Right.
Yeah. So really cool. They're finally bringing that back because later he was a throwaway character. You know what I mean? He basically it was a House of Horrors in there, and we're finally he's a bounty hunter, a pirate, scruffy nerf herder. So he's Pirate Captain Brutus. How original. But yeah, and again, going through all the kids. It is just
it's kind of weird though. Like, go back to that last kid. That it's interesting because like you look at that kid's design, like whatever the character design is, and I'm sure it looks like Star Wars stuff, but that could be a kid walking to school, like in every day.
But that's actually the premise of the show is that they're all in school.
But like they don't look like they are in the Star Wars universe. They look like they just came out of like Walmart.
Yeah. Well, even the way the show starts is very Spielberg like, right? You see them all walking into a field. They all jumble into this little spacecraft that they happen to find in the middle of nowhere, and they are able to somehow activate it, and they go hyperspace into adventure, right? It's got this really cool 90s feel. But it just feels a little too forced. You know what I mean? You're kind of like, what's really going on here? It feels a little bit like, as you said, Goonies, but they're trying to capture the same magic of Goonies from the 90s.
So this is a new show coming out.
Yes.
Yeah, I guess it's Disney Plus.
When is this releasing?
Good question. I'm not really sure.
I'll get that for you.
Yeah. So this is Dr. Evan Zan. He's being released under the Vintage Collection again. Mind you, he hasn't been issued very often. But they'll make every character that they can out of Star Wars if they possibly can.
Yeah. Are
Yeah,
these 6-inch figures?
These ones are vintage collection, so these are 3 3/4.
3 3/4. Okay.
3 3/4. Yeah. So here's Sabine Wren with the Howler.
Yeah.
Yeah. So a lot of people were waiting for this one or not. I'm being generous here. It's a cool little animal, but I don't know if I like the series enough to really want to buy it. I thought it was a neat series, but I don't know. There was something about it that didn't really catch me, and I don't know. I don't think they're actually going to have a season 2. It's looking more and more unlikely for that. And of course, like they keep re-releasing all of these figures over and
Greatest
over again.
hits, man. Go back to the greatest hits.
Yeah, but vintage collection always sells because again, it's 3 3/4, and everyone loves 3 3/4. So if you missed out on a snow trooper, now's your chance. You can grab the Empire Strikes Back on the Empire Strikes Back card because obviously, like every time they keep re-releasing them on different cards. So here are the other versions of the Skeleton Crew, but in 3 3/4. And yeah, so that was what happened with Star Wars. And then this, okay, so somebody helped me with this. Didn't we get these figures already? Like, I swear to God.
Yeah, I thought we did.
But the thing is that they released new head sculpts because the other head sculpts were just horrid. So McFarlane's getting better. I have to actually admit that.
Yeah.
If you saw the first releases of the Justice League figures, they were terrible. They didn't look anything like the actors or actresses. And they're releasing them. And the thing is, magic, lightning strikes twice, 3 times. This is sold out almost immediately. Not just Wonder Woman, but Batman, Superman. The Superman 2-pack just sold out too.
The Snyder Bros have represented, man.
Crazy. Now, the reason I think Batman sold out was because they have Nightmare Batman, and this guy really loves Wonder Woman. So they have Armor Suit Batman, and ironically, that's actually from Batman v Superman.
Yes.
Right? So that's what he looks like, but I don't remember the freaking gouges in the armor. I don't remember that, but that's interesting. And then they have Nightmare Batman. First time he's been released. So
no,
that one's
they've released a Nightmare Batman.
Did they? I don't think they did. No, you're right, they did. But I wonder why this one's selling so fast. I wonder if it's because
is this a new McFarlane line that they released? Sorry, I'm behind.
No, it's still DC Multiverse. It's still the same thing. Let me check.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll check why this one. So they really didn't improve on Henry Cavill's face, but
who's that?
That's I know, right?
But maybe you know what? Maybe they use the Josh Whedon get rid of the mustache.
I know, right?
Version of his
head. Yeah. Get rid of the stash. But the paint apps seem to be applied a little bit better because you can actually see they're actually inside the eyes instead of like all over the place. Oh my God, that was just so wrong. And
I can see a little of the Henry Cavill's likeness there.
A little bit more, yeah,
a little bit
for sure
around the eyes.
Yeah, Doomsday is actually looking a little bit better. I think it is mostly the paint, but yeah. So all of these guys have pretty much sold out. They have gold label versions of the characters. This is the one. Sorry, you're right, Carlos. But they didn't have this one.
No,
so
that's
true. Yeah. This is the new version of the Nightmare Batman. So this is the one. It's the gold label edition, right? So that's the one that they're really pushing. And of course, they had all these crazy new reveals for little busts, little cowls. Carlos, how well is the cowl sold for you? Did the Batman 1-to-1 cowl? Did you pick any of those up?
I haven't got them yet.
No, you haven't got them yet. Yeah,
no.
I know that. GameStop got a couple of them. They've all been sold out. So it's
GameStop gets. I think they get them 4 weeks or something like that before us hobby stores do. So
yeah, it's always tough to compete with GameStop. So they have the special Call of Duty Spawn.
Okay,
which is kind of ridiculous, but it is what it is.
Going back to the cows, did you see one in hand?
I have never seen them in hand. No, I've seen the I've seen the $700 one, the one that's from something replicas. That one looks awesome.
We have a cow like a life size 1-to-1 at the store, But
No.
the cows that McFarlane's making, aren't they like miniature cows?
No, they're not. They have these ones, which are the mini cow.
Mini
There.
cows.
But they have the 1-to-1 cowl, which
Okay.
is being sold. But it's I'm eager to see them in person too. I want to find out what it looks like, because there are certain details about them. I think the brow line is a bit too pronounced
Okay.
for 89. I think that's closer to Returns. Me being a nerd like that. But yeah, a lot of great stuff from McFarlane. Joker, Batman, Joker, Halloween. Sorry,
Christmas,
no,
holiday, I guess.
Holiday Joker.
Joker,
I love the Charlie Brown tree. I think that's probably the reason why I would pick that up. And it's even got the ornaments and the bomb Joker, the little bomb elf. There's some really cool things that they actually had on display. This thing is all over the place right now. The Joker mobile.
Yeah.
And of course, we saw a lot of the other. So these guys are coming in 2
There are
packs.
other 2-packs. Okay, I didn't realize that.
Yeah, that's how they're selling. So that's why this gold label is very important to a lot of people who are collecting it.
Mhm.
And then they have a whole bunch of other figures as well, and the signature series as well.
Oh, that's
So this
interesting.
one's the autograph series by Dan Jurgens. So really cool stuff.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Agent
Yeah.
Liberty. Yeah.
You know
So
what?
yeah.
I really appreciate McFarlane putting in the variants, the special chases. That just makes it a little bit, easier for retailers to make a little bit of money extra when they get an exclusive or a chase. Just because most of the time we get stuck with crappy sculpts and figures and stuff like that. And what are you gonna do? You're gonna give them away for free, right? Or
I know it can be tough, really, and yeah. And again, McFarlane. One thing I really like about McFarlane is the availability, because half the time you get short shipped, and it's just a nightmare for anybody who's got a pull list, and you have to disappoint them. It really kind of sucks.
Yeah.
The Hasbro breakfast was very interesting. They actually showcased their full size 6-inch Ecto 1. This thing is crazy. It's 22 inches long. It's 24 inches long. This thing is,
and it comes with all of that.
It does, if you buy the deluxe edition. It's let's check it right now, actually, since we're here. So it's a crowdfund project, and if it gets fully funded in the next 2 weeks, we get Louis Tully. So right now we have 6,223 backers out of 12,000 backers required. So this Tully is in the future, man. I'm telling you, he's gonna make it. 324 US for this beast. Absolutely crazy. But what do you get for that, right? You get some pretty cool things. You get the entire set of the Ghostbusters. You can choose to actually have Ecto 1 or Ecto 1A from the second movie. Lights and sound, classic sound effects. And if you end up buying the deluxe edition, which is $400, which is actually what's shown here, you get the car, you get all 4 Ghostbusters in their Ghostbusters 2 uniforms. You get the slime packs. You get the streams. Big issue, because when they first released it, they made a huge mistake not including the streams. Who would have thought that would be a thing? And they come with additional 4 proton packs as well. So, and you also get 2 additional ghosts. You get Slimer. You also get the Librarian Ghost. And if they actually do get full funding in the next week or so, you'll also be getting Louis Tully, who I'll try to find in this photo set. It's a really detailed car, and honestly, this one is a no-brainer. You definitely have to go for the deluxe set because this thing's just absolutely gigantic. For any Ghostbusters fan, this is a must-have. And let's see if they actually have the ghosts. Where are they? They have some wonderful little Easter eggs, like the possessed toaster. That was fun. They got the possessed toaster, the balloons for the kids, and the Ghostbusters 2 mug. Come on, and there they are. So these are the bonuses. Well, this is the standard release set. So there's the Ecto 1. This one's the 324 pack. So there's the Ecto-1. No stickers, no backpack, if you will. It's the Librarian Ghosts, who's the very first ghost they ever met. And of course, for the first time ever, who would have thought, Slimer is finally being released. And again, like I said,
is that Rick Moranis' character?
That is Rick Moranis. If we actually hit funding by the next week, Rick Moranis will be unlocked. And he looks freaking cool. Proud Canadian.
Yes.
And poor guy got knocked the F out while walking the streets of New York.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
That was just so sad. That was just so sad.
Was
Did they ever catch
a recent thing?
No, this is a few years ago. Did they ever catch the person that did it?
Yeah, 4 years ago? No, just some rando. Like, seriously. Like
it was caught on camera though. So
it was.
It was a totally unfortunate event.
It really was. Again, it's really crazy. So I'm joking a lot these days that Slimer's taking a poop because they got this clear stand, which looks like slime.
That's an interesting stand choice.
Well, you know what? The other one is sticking a stick up his butt, right? So I mean, there's only so many things. So there's going to be a joke in there somewhere for every one of these. She's pretty cool, the Librarian Ghost. So never been made in this form before. So really interesting. She's also taking a poop. You can see that.
Yeah.
So
I guess that's just standard ghost stand.
It's all that ectoplasm. It's just wandering around everywhere. Again, this thing's massive. A lot of like the when they first started releasing them during the first movie, they were only releasing 3 3/4 inch size Ecto-1s. So people were just, why are we buying the 6-inch figures if there's no Ecto-1? And finally, after what's it been now, 5 years, 6 years, they finally released the Ecto-1 and lights and sound, and you can see how powerful the lights are. I mean, like this thing glows, man. This is a fully lit room, and you can still see the lights. So the LEDs are pretty powerful. A lot of fun for this, and a lot of Ghostbuster fans have been waiting for this version to be released. Lots of great little details, and a lot of people are very, very excited about this one. But the standout for the breakfast, and of course, the one thing that people are losing their minds over has to be the Haslab, the Hasbro Pulse exclusive Sentinel, 22 inches tall. This guy is absolutely massive.
Look at that thing.
He's freaking huge, and flies in the face. So here's the thing: a lot of fans are pissed. A lot of fans are freaking pissed. It flies in the face of the Haslab, which was crowdfunded a number of years ago, which was I believe was $350 for the Sentinel. This one comes in at just at $175, so literally half the price.
Ooh.
And is only 4 inches difference between that one and this one. So a lot of questions to be had for the Marvel for the Hasbro Marvel team. Yeah. But this was actually more styled towards the X-Men 97 aesthetic. But you can see just how big this damn thing is. It's freaking huge. $174.99. The pre-order will be up until late November, and he's freaking awesome. He's huge. He doesn't have any lights and sound. He doesn't have any lights like the original Sentinel did, but I mean, he's got battle damage. He's got a damaged head. His articulation is freaking amazing. He can actually hold figures in his hand, and again, he looks the part of a traditional Sentinel. You know, he's got that Kirby type of design. You know, it's got a really good look about him. And then they released the Secret Wars editions of the characters. And I'm always complaining that, again, I love Symbiote Spider-Man, and people are still going to buy this one. I guarantee that he never stays on the Spider-Mans just do not stay on the shelf.
Oh.
They sell out like freaking hotcakes. A lot of questions about the broken shield with Captain America. I'm not sure why that is, but I think it's because they want to give you that shield for your Avengers Endgame type of shelf.
He actually did break it in Secret Wars, the first one.
Yeah.
Did he? Because a lot of us trying to rack our brains like,
I've got the original page that Zek drew where it gets reformed. And I think it goes in, and Carlos, you can correct me if I'm wrong, the same machine that gave Spidey the symbiote.
That's what I would think too, yeah.
Is where the shield is reconstituted.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay, so it's so it is
You
canonical.
you own the original page?
Yeah, I've got two Secret Wars pages.
Nice.
Sweet.
Yeah.
So this is a brown suit Wolverine with a
That looks
smirking
amazing.
face.
I love
Yeah,
it.
and he's
Yeah.
got a head sculpt. And for whatever reason, they're releasing the Beyonder from Secret Wars 2 in the Secret Wars series, which I'm arguing it, but at the end of the day, this is the Beyonder everybody knows.
Yeah.
I mean, the other Beyonder is this weird energy being, right? It just looks really, really strange. So I guess I thought it was appropriate just to put the the Leisure Suit Larry version of the Beyonder.
You know what? That looks very good. The sculpt to the comic book version
Yeah.
too.
Oh yeah, he looks awesome.
Yeah, the curly hair and everything.
Yeah.
He's about to go. He's about to go to the disco, man. It's
It was mid '80s. It was mid '80s, man. Earth, Wind, and
was, dude.
Fire was still
It was.
a thing. So
it was. This was probably one of my favorite releases of the
Nice.
show. We have Daddy Parker and Mayday Parker.
Oh, those look great.
These two are cute beyond words. And this is
I love the robe.
This is SH Figuarts, Tattoo
no.
Nations. Yeah, the robe opens up. You can actually see what he's wearing underneath, which is a Spider-Man suit.
Mm-hmm.
But no, just like in the first movie, he doesn't have any leggings. He's only got sandals. Oh, sorry, flip-flops.
Yeah.
But the standout character here, 100%, has to be Mayday Parker. She's cute beyond words. A lot of people are saying they're gonna cosplay with their kids one day with this whole outfit. It's gonna be a lot of fun. A lot of great SH Figuarts, including the movie Wolverine and Deadpool. Not too keen on that head sculpt, but then again, SH Figuarts doesn't really do film accurate stuff. Not exactly. I mean, they get pretty close. It's more about the articulation for these guys for sure.
Well, if they have the articulation down, they should start working on their sculpts.
Yeah, for sure, 100%. But you're already paying $120 each for these things. So
Yeah.
the new Venom releases for The Last Dance.
Right.
But
Did they have a null? Do they have a null figure at all or no?
Yeah.
They do have Null. That was for Marvel Legends.
They are releasing a null
They already released one, but not SH Figuarts. So hold on.
from Marvel Legends, you said.
Yeah. That was a little while ago.
Yeah, that's right. It was a special pack, right?
Yeah, it was a 2-pack.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
That's fun. Yeah. With the wing Venom.
Yep, the wing Venom. Yeah, it was a pretty decent set. So,
So are you guys excited for Venom, The Last Dance Venom?
it looks okay. I'm not sure exactly.
Nah.
If it'll be The Last Stand. I mean, there's probably still a ton of movies they can still do, but
Yeah.
this is the Batman for the DC
Right.
line and slightly new release, but that's what it's all about. It's about slightly new releases, right?
Yeah.
Very slight figure.
Yep. And then we have these two, which is awesome. I really like this scene. It was a lot of fun. And yeah, man, they can get the cartoon faces really well. So a lot of fun stuff here. They even have all the other figures: Spider-Punk, Indian Spider-Man,
Awesome.
which is a lot of fun, and then of course Spider-Gwen. Yeah, a lot of great stuff for Spider-Man's release. These ones are hitting everybody in the nostalgia fields. People are just loving Jada and what they're doing with Scooby-Doo and the cereal mascots. These things are just killing it right now. So it's been how long has it been? It's been forever since we've seen Scooby-Doo and an action figure. So yeah, a lot of fun here with Shaggy. We got the Mummy. We got Scooby-Doo, which is the first time we've seen actually Scooby-Doo, he was debuted at Comic-Con. A lot of people are like, does he stand up straight? No, he does not. There's no way to get his torso up that way. So we're probably going to see a fully erect version of Scooby-Doo in the next release. And I like the sizing. It's really nice. And they look really good in terms of their overall sculpts. The key feature in the monsters though is that they actually come with their unmasked heads. That's a lot of fun too. Yeah, and they even come with the little masks for the reveal.
That's cool.
Yeah, it is very, very cool. And then we have the Frosted Flakes. They're great.
Yeah,
this guy looks
Carlos,
awesome.
that would be great at Gotham.
Seriously,
we've had these before.
not Frosted Flakes. We've had Boo Berry. We had Boo Berry. We had Count Chocula.
Yeah,
And we had what's it called? Frankenberry. Those are the first ones that were released. This Frosted Flakes is brand new. Cheetos we've had. Chester Cheetah.
Look at them.
Chester Cheetah, yes.
Chester Cheetah's been around for a while, and I love the fact they come with the little accessories like the Cheetos bag and the Frosted Flakes box. Those are always a lot of fun. He looks really cool. And then we have for the first time ever Fruity Pebbles.
Oh, Fruity Pebbles.
Yeah,
That's
these
cool.
are really cool. And it's hard to get Fred's face, but I think they nailed it. And a lot of people were worried that you only get the angry face, but no, if you look carefully over on Barney's box, we'll get to that in a second. They actually do come with see there?
Oh yeah, second head
with a head swap. So
because he's got a confused head.
Yeah, he's got
His second one.
Yep, he's got a bewildered head and he's got his regular smiling face. So no problems, everybody. We're getting the two faces. I do like the way these guys look, honestly. The three toes, the three fingers, it's hilarious. Got him. Mega Man, of course, my personal favorite. Part of my whole demeanor. These guys are freaking awesome. If you can get a hold of them, they sell out so quickly. People love Mega Man. They've released a few more characters this time around, not too many. Most of these have already been in the market for a little while. But they also did Cyberpunk 2049 or whatever it is. And of course, it's based on the anime series, which is still going really, really strong. I think they finally patched the original game, but it's still not working properly. So yeah, give a look at that. But this is the one, Street Fighter 2. People went nuts, obviously, for Cammy, who was debuted earlier in the month. DJ. We also got T-Hawk, which was debuted as well. Bison's already out. He's been out for a while. Dolls is amazing. He comes with the stretchy parts. Blanca, a lot of people looking forward to Blanca. E-Honda. Zangief. Guile just got released. Chun-Li's been on the market for a while. These are the exclusives, which, of course, we lined up for hours just to get, which is always a pain in the ass. She was not so hard to get, but she sold out very, very quickly. I think it was like by noon she was gone. So it's one of those things.
Jada Toys, right?
Yep, these are Jada.
Yeah,
Jada. So Ken was also pretty much gone by the midday, but a lot of fun with these guys. And then, of course, Mondo was killing it with Faker and all the Master Universe releases. Yeah, these were crazy. He sold out by the middle of Saturday. Sorry, the morning of Saturday, he was already sold out.
Wow,
it was crazy, and he's not cheap. $230 for him.
Wow,
sold out in just under a day. Because Thursday is like a half day. Sorry, what am I talking about? He sold out on Friday.
Oh, yeah,
just in the morning, because there was preview day, which was Thursday.
No half days. There are full days, Thursday through Sunday.
So then it must have been a little bit over a day and a half then, because I think what happened was they released him online at noon. So that's actually why he was sold around 11 o'clock the next day. So it's about a day. But yeah, he was completely sold out. Exclusives, man. They released they released pictures of the new. How come it's not clicking anymore? They released pictures of the new figures, including Buzz Off. It looks pretty cool. These are all
pretty good.
Yeah, these are all 1/6 scale. So these things are massive. And they had the Scarecrow, which was a brand new animated version.
Oh, okay.
He looks crazy.
Yeah.
He looks crazy. Yeah, Crane has never looked better in 1/6 scale. Comes with all these it comes with all these wonderful effects. Comes with the second
that's a nice
series
one.
head.
That's a nice
Sorry,
one.
yeah, the toxin head.
Mhm.
The original release when he first came on, when he was first in the animated series, this was actually very first original head, that the mask that he used, and then we even have Crane's unmasked head.
Love
He also
it.
goes with a lot of fun extras like the Joker rat. That one's a lot of fun, and the fear toxin hands, and the antitoxin vial. A lot of great stuff going on, and then we already covered that. This is the one that a lot of people are going crazy about. Neca's actually releasing the Inferno whorehouse from Beetlejuice.
Okay.
So, yeah.
I didn't see this at the Neca booth. I was there, but no.
Yeah. They didn't have it. I don't think. No, they did have it on display. It's just covered with so much stuff.
Yeah.
So it was hard. It was actually hard to see it. But yeah, this was actually. If you guys remember the movie, it was the whorehouse, and you had all the dancing girls, which a lot of people are upset that they didn't release the dancing girls yet. But that's going to be an exclusive for down the line. You can tell. It's just one of those things. This set is not cheap though. This set, I believe, is $250 on. Let's just double check it. I believe it is $250. Let's find out. No, sorry, it's $179.99. Still not cheap. So it's $180 for this set. It is massive, but it's kind of like a flat piece. You know what I mean? It's not really. There's not much depth in it. That's, I think, my biggest problem with it. But it does actually have light up features with the Dante's Inferno. It has a light pattern. But other than that, I'm really sort of like it's I don't know. It's kind of flat to me. Like
it's almost like those old movies where it was just like a facade, like in the old westerns.
Yeah.
It kind of has that kind of a feel and look to it.
But that's exactly what it was in the movie, right? Because it was a diorama. Remember, it was Alec Baldwin's diorama, right? It was a mini diorama, and that's actually what that's based off of, right? So it's
full disclosure. I walked out of Beetlejuice, so I probably didn't get to this point.
Which one, first or second?
The first one.
Was it as bad as the Joker?
No. I mean the first Beetlejuice.
Oh, first Beetlejuice.
I love Beetlejuice.
I was in it for like 20 minutes. I'm like, this is ridiculous, and I left.
Hey Jay,
let's go see Good Morning Vietnam instead.
Jay,
I love Beetlejuice.
Is this similar to 5 Points Monsters set with the cardboard facade, or is this made out of plastic?
Yeah, no, this is plastic. That
is plastic.
Yeah,
okay.
It is plastic. So now that you brought that up, Carlos, I will bring this one up. The what's it called? The McFarlane Toys.
Yeah.
Where is it here? McFarlane Toys.com. They released speaking of cardboard sets. Come on. What are you waiting for? Okay. There it is.
While you're pulling that up, Carlos, the Disney series comes out on for Star Wars comes out on December 3rd.
December 3rd. Yeah. Is it an animated or is it like a live action?
It's live action.
Just hope it doesn't follow the same path as Acolyte and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Make it fun again.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Going back to you, Jay. I think today we got the first shipment of the Mondo T's Master Universe Skeletor.
Nice. That was really good.
Today.
Those are really nice. That is a really, really nice figure.
Oh, the Fallout's look great.
Yeah. How come this thing is taking forever?
There's the blob again.
Yeah, I know. There we go. So, fun stuff here. Rohirrim, I think it's that new Netflix series.
Were you covering more NECA news?
We can go back to NECA, sure.
No, because you I don't know if you mentioned NECA's exclusive for NYCC was Kevin Eastman as the Garbage Man.
Yes,
really?
Yes, that was awesome.
That was I grabbed 3.
That was that is so good. Yeah, he looks incredible.
It
All
was
right, they're not showing it here anymore.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know why they're not showing
What are
it.
you looking
but,
for, Jay?
I'll show. Hold on. Let me just. Was it Helm's Deep? I wonder if it'll actually show up. Ah, screw off. So they have a play set, which is made of completely of cardboard.
it's
And I was
all cardboard.
all cardboard. The whole thing is made of cardboard. I'm just hoping that. So okay, here. That's Helm Hammerhand, yes, but I want to see Helm's Deep. I hope it shows me a more like this. It's weird because it was on the front page originally. Let's try War. Their site is so slow. Like, this is not what I was expecting. Yeah, for what reason? I think they pulled it down, or maybe they sold out of them already.
They would, yeah, but I'm sure they'd still have it up at least to show it.
I know, but again, trying to navigate McFarlane's site is like trying to work your way through a top-down maze.
That thing looks like it's slow as thing though, like it's in quicksand or something.
It is. It's I don't know what's going on. It's like been a while since. Okay, here we go. This should do it. Should be able to find it here. Want to showcase Mirrorverse, blah blah blah, and of course nothing. I wish they just had more. Oh wait, future products. Come on. Come on.
Oh my gosh, they have the Liefeld Deadpool.
Yeah, it's the it's the cover again.
Yeah, of New Mutants.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Let's try this one. Where is the War of Rohirrim? Come on, guys. You're kidding me. McFarlane Dragons, Doom, Walking Dead, Page Punchers.
They canceled the line.
I know they're so
Looks like
embarrassed. They're so embarrassed by it that it's pretty much done. Let's see if they find. Let's see if it's in here somewhere. Come on, McFarlane, don't let me down. You've already let me down today. They don't want to do it. They don't want to show it. It might be here if we just wait long enough. It'll actually, because usually it sort of rotates, but
Like it repopulates, right?
Yeah, but it's going so slow right now. Like it's saying DC Direct, Spawn, Multiverse, and then eventually it'll get around to Rohirrim. If we give it 2 more seconds, let's see.
That's crazy. It's crazy how slow it is.
I know, it's ridiculously slow. And I got a crazy connection. Come on, turn around. No, it did the.
No, it cycled back.
All right, hold on. I'm gonna try just a straight Rohirrim play set. See if it comes up. There it is. It's right there. Okay, so check this out, guys. Oh, they took it down. You losers. They took it down.
The heat that you were giving it, James. That's why.
They got so much bad.
They got so much backlash. Yeah, they did. But that didn't stop other people from talking about it. All right, so McFarlane Toys, Lord of the Rings, the War of the Rohirrim Castle playset. So check this out. This is a cardboard playset.
Yeah, you can see it.
Yeah, look, see, you can actually see.
Man, that wouldn't last 10 minutes.
Oh my god, it's so bad. Now, mind you, okay. Well, first I'll ask you guys, how much would you pay for something like this? It's 7 feet long.
7 feet long.
7 feet long. It's 7 feet long. How much would you pay for a 7 foot long cardboard cutout?
Is this what's the dimension? 7? How tall is that?
The tower? The tower is about like 5 feet.
5 feet high.
Yeah, 5 feet high, 7 foot long.
Who has a room big enough to set this up? Second,
Carlos, if that thing's made of cardboard and you got to set it up outside, that thing's going to come back wet or damaged.
Okay.
Like first time out.
Are they retailing this for like $149 for?
Well, I'm asking. What would you guys pay for
this? This has got to be like $100.
Okay, Carlos, what do you?
Oh, MOTU Prince agrees. $100.
Okay, well, Carlos, what do you think?
I'd probably say this is retailing at $149 or something like that.
I love McFarlane. $49.99.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
for cardboard.
$49.99 for cardboard.
Come to Gotham Central. I got a lot of big boxes. We could have a craft night and make it for free, and I listen to some music.
Oh, I'm actually no, I'm wrong. $24.99. There you go.
Oh, come on.
Wow.
Yeah,
Which
it was.
is
I think they
about,
took it down. I think
which
they
is
took it down
about
because it sold out really quickly.
$149 Canadian, so which
Yeah.
is pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it sold out really quickly. I think it sold out
Oh.
really quickly. Again, it's just one of these ludicrous things. Now, mind you, they're not the first ones to do this. Godzilla versus Kong, they released a cardboard set. I saw it at Toys R Us the other day.
Mm.
Yeah, it was a full cardboard play set. But yeah, there were a lot of things. But if you wanted to check out the Eastman Laird, right? So let me check out Neca. It was a Peter Laird.
Here's an
or was it-
interesting question, guys.
It's
Does it have a floor?
Kevin Eastman as Garbage Man from the
Yeah.
movie,
That's right.
from the first TMNT movie.
There he is.
We have a question with all faults. Does that playset have a floor? Do you know? I know the bridge has one, but
Probably
no.
at the top.
I'm gonna
yeah,
say no.
probably probably you're right. Probably at the top.
Yeah, it comes with a mountain though. That's really cool. But it has the ledge, right? But I don't think it has an inner floor. I don't think so. You like a base, right? I don't believe so. I don't believe it does. But you have to buy one to find out. So I mean, it's sold out on McFarlane.com, but it will come to retailers for sure. So Carlos, when you grab one, let us know.
Yes, definitely.
Of which one? The cardboard? We're
Yeah.
gonna host craft night, and we're gonna do get some boxes.
And there he is. There's Kevin
That's
Eastman
cool.
as
This is the coolest figure of the show.
That's cool.
that is cool. They also had a Jack Kirby NECA action figure.
Where?
Let's find out. So,
Not a NYCC.
No. It was actually a general release.
Okay.
This year or was it earlier?
It was earlier this year. Yeah.
Okay.
There
Oh,
it
there
is.
it is.
There he is, Jack Kirby himself.
Oh wow.
Pretty cool.
Yep. He has his pencil with his custom
So-
eraser.
Was this like a online exclusive to NECA?
No. It went to Target. It went to Target.
Did with Target. Okay, I've never
Yeah.
seen. Maybe this was a Target exclusive.
Maybe because I've only ever found it at Target. I found him a couple of
Yeah,
times.
this is gonna be a. Okay, is that the BST line?
No, this is NECA.
Oh, that's the NECA line. Yeah. Okay.
You should check with your supplier. They might be able to get you one. It's been long enough that the exclusivity might have already lapsed.
Mm.
So, yeah, really cool that they had that one, and now they have Kevin Eastman. So that's a lot of fun too.
That's really well done.
No longer going up anymore. That's weird. Doesn't want to scroll anymore for whatever reason. Anyway, a lot of great releases. This one's actually completely sold out. $39.99. This was at the show. It sold out pretty quickly too. So good on you, Carlos, for being able to pick up a bunch. Because he's going to raise in price. It's only going to raise in price. This guy. He's only
It's
only
a lot of TMNT collectors, completists, right? So
Yep.
Mhm.
Comes with a sketchboard, which I think is really up Steve's alley. Steve's like, yes.
I'm with that one for sure.
Yeah. A really great collector's item, really wonderful piece of history. So great stuff. Yeah, it was one crazy New York Comic Con, man. It was quite the adventure this year.
you know what I was disappointed with was Mezco. Mezco had nothing.
Nothing new. Yeah, it's
Nothing
true.
new. No good 112 exclusives. Nothing.
They had their own like Demo Man or something like that. It was this skeleton guy.
They were- Their own line, yeah.
Yeah, their own line. That was what they were really pushing, and I think they're heading that direction where they really want to actually get, because a lot of their what's it called, a lot of their Mezco like exclusive figures that they own, they're actually starting to do really, really well. So
Are you saying they're getting out of the license stuff?
no, I'm not saying they're getting out of it, but what I'm trying to say is they're doing a lot more of it. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Right.
Like Agent Gomez, the freaking ant head.
Mhm.
People are going crazy over him for whatever reason. So Yeah, a lot of stuff. But as we talked about earlier, their Fantastic Four set is incredible. They're really going to that early 60s, early 50s, early 60s style, right? The very Jack Kirby
retro
type of look, right? And it's working for them. They just released a line of Dick Tracy figures, for crying out loud. I thought Dick Tracy was dead, right? And I think they also did Popeye the Sailor Man, which sold in droves. Like people were going crazy for.
They released the comic books too, so you got to remember.
Okay.
Everything everything goes around, right?
100%.
And everything's connected. Yeah.
I think we got a bunch of comments flooding in there.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back. We're gonna go back in time because there's a couple of questions that Carlos.
What I do now?
Nothing. They want to know. I think it's like what are
they want the knowledge.
They're it's comic book related, so I just got to go back and find it. Oh yeah, so talking about okay, so let me see if I can find this. They're saying this is reference to the Martian Manhunter. Looks like an acid trip, Skeletor says. J-Man says, I'm not feeling MM either. Sculpt Viper Tommy says, reminds me a bit of the alien from Annihilation with Natalie Portman.
Good to see it. Good to see you, Tommy. He's Tommy's actually a Mondo sculptor, so he's actually worked on many of the Mondo action figures that we saw today. So
really with the Mondo stuff, yesterday I picked up the Wolverine, animated Wolverine.
Nice.
Yeah, that
is a really good one.
Bought a collection. Finally got back in from that.
He's got the picture frame.
Yeah, that's coming.
He's got the picture.
That's a classic meme now for sure. Skeletor is also asking, what are your guys' favorite books at the moment? Carlos, I'll let you go. What are you enjoying, if anything?
Man, you're asking a comic shop owner what he's reading?
Or what's hot?
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing.
What's hot? Absolute Batman. Hottest book of the year. Absolutely. Okay, let's get away from the mainstream and let's go to more smaller titles. I'd say Transformers is Daniel Warren Johnson's just killing it on Transformers. And then anything that guy writes with the falling in it. No, what's he do? The moon is following us. That's a big one that he did.
I'm not familiar with that one.
That's another Image title that he put out. But
okay,
the resurgence of Transformers, G.I. Joe, Void Rivals. It's
Void Rivals. Yeah,
they're doing some fantastic stuff with that stuff. But the biggest title of the year is Absolute Batman, hands down. That just brought a ton of people back into comics. The media blitz that they did, the selling out, it was fantastic.
Yeah, on my side, I'm reading Hyde Street. I'm waiting for Francis's book,
which we're doing an exclusive cover.
Excellent.
And we're doing a signing with Francis November 23rd at the shop.
Perfect. So that's great. And if anyone's in the area, please pass by Gotham. That's going to be a great event. I'm actually reading a book called The Pedestrian. It's absolutely hilarious. And can't even remember the name of the publisher, but that's a book that I suggest to everyone. If you haven't picked that up yet, go take a look at it. And I haven't had a chance to read it yet, but Jason Fabok's book, Rook Exodus. I'm waiting, I guess, until that 6th issue comes out, and then I'm going to dive into it.
That's today, 6th issue.
Yeah. And
after the 6th issue, they're taking a 5-month hiatus till the springtime, till issue 7. So,
okay, that's good. You know, that also allows their other titles to get some of the spotlight.
Pedestrian is published by Magma.
That's it, Magma
Comics.
Yeah, it's a hilarious book. It's a pretty, how do I put it? It's a pretty ingenious premise and delivered in a pretty cool way. It's a fun read. It's definitely a fun read. John Wick is getting a anime. It's a prequel anime, and I guess in the vein of Keanu Reeves type properties, it's going to be a prequel, kind of like Animatrix was for the Matrix. And it's going to follow the impossible task that John Wick had to complete in order to retire from being an assassin.
That would be cool. I've always wondered what it was. Yeah,
I think it, and also too, I think having it as an anime is totally makes sense.
Yep.
Because what it does is it allows the ridiculousness of the scenario to not be grounded by anything in reality. They can go as nuts as they want, blood spurting out of necks, you know. I'm really interested to see who's going to be the studio behind it doing the animation, and then how it actually comes out.
That's it. Besides John Wick, you got Keanu Reeves' Berserker coming out.
Yes,
with on Netflix. He's got I believe a movie and a 12-episode animated.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, he's you know what, he's kind of like he's changing the landscape of like the actor and the properties and what can be done with them. Mm-hmm. He's not just kind of like, I'm gonna just be a producer and be behind the scenes. He's like, let me go into all different types of media and actually pub the books. Like, I know Wesley Snipes did a book, and I know there've been other actors who have done their own comic books, but he's kind of like the one guy that, at least to me, sticks out where he's like, this is the product, I'm gonna pub it. I think he even went on talk shows to pub it.
Hey, he went. Yeah, he did.
Like I think it was Colbert or something that he went on.
He's got a good writer helping him there too, with Matt Kint.
Right.
I'm very excited for it. You know, it's kind of like Black Lagoon. You know what I mean? Or right. Spy versus Spy.
Yeah.
Where you can really get you know, just this crazy amount of gun kata kind of fighting. You know what I mean? And just like seeing what happens behind the scenes, and again discovering the story of how John you know, escaped his destiny, then had to be pulled back in. So yeah, and of course they're probably going to dive really deep into his wife and how she was able to, you know, save him, and you know,
get to see the dog again.
Those crazy, yeah, exactly, and the dog, right? So we'll probably see her at the end of the show picking out the dog, which would be insane. I think we're going to see a lot of
callbacks.
Tears. Oh, just people are going to bawl their eyes out. It's going to be crazy. You didn't ask me what comic I was reading, Steve.
Actually, yeah. What comic are you reading, Jay?
Well, why don't you pull up the slide I've got? Atrium. I want to congratulate Comix Asylum Publishing for reaching another wonderful milestone. Atrium 1 to 5, $2,014 over $1,084 goal. Congratulations, Steve. This was well done, my friend. Well done.
Congrats, Steve.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Do you have plans for a backer kit or some other way to continue purchasing the comics? Because
we have late backers, so
nice.
If you want to come in and still support it, the opportunity is still there. We're probably going to run it for another couple weeks. We just got issue 5. We got the final pencils for that. It's being lettered right now, and the colors are probably about 4 weeks away from finishing both issues. So we're pretty happy with it. You know, it'll be a 5-issue miniseries, and then we'll look to do a trade sometime next year.
Yeah, for all you fence sitters, it is fully funding. So $145 bundle. You got to pick up this one because you get all the covers in print and, of course, in digital. Guys, definitely help out Atrium to get much more coverage on this. This is a great book, and I think you guys are going to really enjoy it. And, of course, congratulations once again to Comix Asylum and, of course, Steve. Amazing work, my friend. Let's check out what these look like in the coming shows. And, Carlos, when are you going to have these guys over for a signing? What's going on?
It's funny you mentioned that.
We got Steve coming this Saturday for a Halloween fest.
Look at that.
So,
and I'm gonna actually push that up right now.
Sure, go for it.
There you go.
There
So,
we go.
Carlos, do you want to talk to this?
It's our annual Halloween fest. Marvel DC gives us. We purchase mini comics that we give out to the kids and families. Throw a big store sale, and then have a couple of artists like yourself and a few other local talent come in and doodle for kids, and sell and show their wares. So
That is so cool.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. I might even dress up for it.
That's the thing, man. We're so busy that this year we didn't even decorate the store, which was shame.
Right.
But I think I made a promise that 2025, starting January, I'm gonna go back to those pre-COVID times and just lots of events, lots of artists and creator events. Bring back the fun again. We tried this year and it was fantastic, but we were overwhelmed with how busy we are in store. So, but next year, every month we got an event. Want to bring back those sketch offs? Remember those, Steve?
Yeah, those were great. And I think we also did them for we did it for charity. The charity slips my mind at the moment. Yes, that's right. It was for Bloorview. Those are great events, and anything that we could do to kind of just raise awareness and help out for a good cause.
Well, children, it's always a good cause. Yeah, great hospital. But we're going to bring that back and bring back the fun. I think COVID killed a lot of momentum and a lot of fun in our society, and just got to get back to it, 100%.
No, I totally agree. It's one of those things where there's been a big reset, and I think we need to get back to exhaling a little bit and having a little bit of fun.
We did it this year. We brought, but not
to June batch. The June batch was great.
Yeah, we've that was our 3rd annual, and we'll come back bigger June bash, but we just gotta. It just became too much this year. I think we were overwhelmed with all the conventions and it's just a busy year,
Yeah, and it goes by so quickly.
Yeah, so let's do it. So Halloween this Saturday, come out and see Steve. Pick up a copy of Atrium and get some sketches. Back his Kickstarter.
That's right. And for anyone who's not familiar with Carlos's store, it is like an event comic book location. So not only are you going to get amazing comic books, amazing toys, they've even got like hard to find pop and candy and food stuff. But during the June bash, he had live wrestling. It was amazing. Yeah. It's basically like a mini con as well as a bit of a carnival atmosphere. You had like the A-Team. Was it the A-Team van?
Yeah, we had the A-Team van. Saturday we had live wrestling plus 40 plus artists, creators in the artist tent and cosplayers. And what do we have on Sunday? Was the car show.
That's right.
Which was the pop culture car show with the '89 Batmobile to the Knight Rider and the A-Team van. I can't remember what other cars were there, but yeah, it was pretty fun, man. It was a good. This was a good one.
Yeah, no. Gotham is a great store. It's located in Mississauga, so it's just off the 401 for anyone who is familiar with the geography of Toronto. Easily accessible, and once you're in that store, Carlos will look after you. He's great. He's been doing it for a long time.
It's actually the 400. It's actually the 400. It's not the
401.
401 400, right?
No. 401 and was that Dixie?
Mississauga.
Yeah, it's in Mississauga.
Oh yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
So just past the airport.
Yeah, because I remember the other location. That's why I'm like. Oh,
which one do you remember? Mine in the 90s, Jay?
Yeah, I think that's probably it's been a while.
1991 to 98. How old are you, Jay? That's 400 Finch, man. Jesus, that was my first store.
Yeah, you're going back in time, bro.
16 years old. Jeez, 18 years old, man. That was a long time ago.
Yeah, it was crazy. We're all
Yeah.
we're all about the same age, Carlos. We're about we're about there now.
No, I think Steve's the oldest, right?
Yeah, I am definitely. I got the most gray, that's for sure.
I'm just fat.
Nah, not at all.
Yeah.
Before we wrap up, this has been a great show. Have any of you seen the Batman Beyond fan trailer?
The fan trailer, I saw a clip of it, man. That looks pretty sick.
Yeah, I haven't seen the actual full. I think I saw a bit of it. I haven't seen the full thing.
All right, so let's give this a share. How does it look on the screen here? Okay, it looks pretty good.
I'm squinting because I'm looking at my phone. I should do this on my laptop here.
There we go.
Don't know anyone here.
You know someone there?
Do it, kid. Remember, the suit doesn't make the man.
Okay, I thought it was the CG one. That's completely different. I was expecting something completely different. So that's awesome. That's a fan production.
Yeah, it's from Loomis Entertainment.
Yeah,
it's a fan film. Obviously, Warner's not going to let that go too far.
That's is that AI? I couldn't tell.
I don't think so. But here's the thing: I have to double check. There was some scuttlebutt online that the actor was the voice actor of
You're
Terry
kidding.
McGinnis.
Of Terry McGinnis.
Yeah. Oh,
damn! They didn't call him they didn't call him Terry. It's a different name, right? Or was it?
Well,
I'm gonna have to go look it up.
I'd have to go look it up. I have to do some research. But it came through my feed, and I was like, "This looks really, really good."
Yeah, it looks awesome. That's cool.
It's interesting though that Warner hasn't done anything with that property outside of him showing up in Justice League afterwards.
Hey, Rodimus.
Similar to Marvel, I would put Batman Beyond on the same level as Miles Morales.
Exactly.
Right? But at least Marvel's done the Enter the Spider-Verse with Miles. And as soon as they drop a live action with Miles Morales, like that's the generation.
Mm-hmm.
This generation of kids associate with Miles Morales, Spider-Gwen, Silk, Spider-Man Noir. That's their superhero generation. Where we're old school with Wolverine and Spider-Man and so on. So as soon as they drop a Miles Morales live action, that's going to be big.
Yeah.
And that's
actually Tom Holland said that he wants to bring Miles into the MCU.
MCU, yeah,
which would be great. That would be amazing.
Is it?
Yeah, sorry, but I cut you off. Go ahead.
Yeah. Is it me?
Yeah. Go ahead. You said that's a whole.
Yeah. As soon as they do that, that's going to just hopefully bring a whole young generation into the comic book culture, because they only know Miles Morales a lot. Just picture a lot of these kids only see Miles Morales in a video game, or
totally.
They don't even know there's a comic book, or unless they promote it a lot. But I just want to. It's going to be big.
Yeah, the video game and Spider-Verse movies, and that's all they really have of him.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I want to give a huge shout out to Rodimus Primal. Good to see you, brother. Hope things are okay in Florida. I know that there are a lot of guys, reeling back from that. We're planning on doing some stuff for Florida, so we'll keep you guys informed. But Rodimus Primal's in the chat. Wanted to say hi to him. I know he was trying to raise funds for some relief efforts. So, guys, if you haven't already, check out Rodimus Primal. I don't know if you can find that one. It's 11:48. Steve,
I'm scrolling through to find him.
Yeah, 11:48 on the timestamp.
Got it.
Yeah, so guys, definitely check out Rodimus Primal on YouTube. He's doing a lot of great charity work right now, trying to raise some funds for everybody down there. And of course, there are a lot of other really great creators who are doing the same thing. So yeah, I wanted to shout out Rodimus. And of course, everybody who joined us tonight, thank you guys. It's been a lot of fun. How did McFarlane let you down, Mega J? McFarlane always lets me down. I'm just kidding. No, Uncle Toddy Mac, the Todd father. You know, he's been good to us, man. Todd's been good to us, and he's brought us a lot of great things. I mean, you know, what's it called? Vehicles. You know, like Hasbro is asking like, you know, $300 for a vehicle. Todd brings it into like $89. Who does that? That's absolutely crazy. So you know what?
And his comics at $2.99.
Yeah,
of
course,
So,
of course.
Yeah,
Like,
he's pretty good. He's pretty good at keeping things real.
He is, and you know what? He still supports as you know, a lot of different initiatives. So proud Canadian, used to own the Edmonton Oilers. People don't remember that. So
He redesigned the logo, the
He
big
redesigned
oil
the
drip
logo.
in the gear.
Yeah.
That's his design.
yeah,
and then he went right
that
back.
famous baseball.
Yes,
That's right. That's
Smart
right.
man. Everybody said, "What's this guy doing? Paying $2 million for a home run breaking baseball?" Well, he knew what he was doing. Paraded around all the ballparks, promoting Tom McFarlane Toys, and look what happened.
he did, and I'm telling you right now, he's going to do a hell of a lot better with that sports line than starting lineup. Starting lineup just died on its feet, man.
Well, the first figure just came out. The Shohei Ohtani
Yeah,
action figure just came out last week, and it's super sick.
yeah.
Nice.
They
It's
did a
gonna
regular
sell out.
platinum version, which was nice. Yeah.
It's gonna sell out like hotcakes. That kid is breaking records left, right, and center. It's crazy.
I have to come
It's
with him holding the World Series trophy at some point.
gonna
Oh,
happen. It's gonna
it's-
happen. Well, we'll see what happens. I mean, where are what's the series at now? Like,
0 hasn't started yet.
Hasn't started yet, so
It's the best World Series money can buy. So it's not good.
true. I was hoping for the Mets versus the Cleveland Indians, just the off MLB.
Absolutely. It's you know what though? This is the worst possible scenario if you're a Jays fan to have the Yankees in the World Series and then the team
That stole.
that stole Otani, even though we probably never had a chance.
He was
No.
never coming here.
He was never coming here. But this is like
not a chance.
it's like, oh, I had a chance to date so and so, and
Yeah.
she had no, she didn't even know who you were.
Nope.
Yeah. So anyway, but Carlos, I want to thank you for your time. This was awesome sitting in. Once again, thanks again for spending time with us and sharing your knowledge and everything that you went through at New York Comic Con.
Yeah, thank you, man. This was I love doing these podcasts, lying down on my couch, chilling out. Got the news in the background. Hey, anytime you need me to come on, we're on. We'll do.
All right, yeah, we'd love to have you back for sure.
Yeah,
Thanks.
Mother Slug's got a comment.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Today I picked up 2 new Batman #1 version covers. Curious, Steve, if you've seen the new Terminator comic #1. No, I have not. No, I have not seen that. Carlos, any idea on what that is?
So they did Dynamite Comics, Dynamite Entertainment or Dynamite Comics. Anyways, released Terminator 2 weeks ago. Sold very well. Covers were great. I don't know how the story is, but the artwork covers were fantastic. Great covers. They did a little throwback to Alex Ross covers of Burning Earth.
Nice.
It was real nice done. So
nice. Yeah.
good seller.
Mother Slug, you can get a nice sketch on that one, on that blank cover. If you go to a con. Yeah.
Or shop. Always support your local comic shops, guys.
Absolutely.
They all need your support. It's
Absolutely.
being a comic shop owner is not easy. We do it for the love, for the culture, for the community. And you could ask Steve. I work 7 days a week, and
no doubt
it's a tough retailing. We do our best. We do our best. Always support your local shops, man. Always.
Yeah, they're the lifeblood of all the movies that we get to watch and enjoy, and the cartoons and the toys. The comic book shop, your local comic book shop, that's where it all starts.
Absolutely, 100%.
Yeah.
Guys, want to thank you all.
Dreams come true, I guess, or dreams start. I guess I don't know.
Yeah,
where your imagination runs, and then Steve becomes his own creator in Atrium. There you go.
True.
That's true. Yeah. And I got to thank Carlos for having that as a space for Atrium to be introduced to new fans. And I really am appreciative for everything you've done for us.
Hey, that's what we do.
Absolutely, guys. Thank you for spending some time with us. You guys have been awesome. All the comments. Thank you guys. Sorry we couldn't get to all of them. There's just so much to cover tonight. New York Comic Con has just been blowing out everything. Carlos was there in person, and he got to meet a lot of celebrities, a lot of people, and of course pick up some exclusive of his own, which was a nightmare.
Jay,
But
they got to meet me.
this is true. This is true. They got to meet Carlos himself, a great
Right.
Carlos.
So good.
See, Carlos, any we already covered all the new events, guys. Definitely head over to Carlos. Do you have social media right now, Carlos? What's
You can follow us at Gotham Central CC on IG, Facebook. We don't do much. Was it X or Twitter?
Yeah.
But IG and Facebook is our main Gotham Central CC, and follow us. We do our best as we can.
Yeah, which is great. You guys serve the community really, really well.
100%. And of course, check out Comix Asylum on Instagram and on Facebook, and of course on YouTube. Guys, thank you again. Please subscribe to both Carlos and of course Comix Asylum. You guys are the best. Steve, what a night, my friend. This has been absolutely insane.
Yes, it has been a lot of fun. Has a lot of fun, and it's great talking to an insider, getting the straight goods on what's going on. Thanks, Carlos.
Absolutely.
Thanks, guys. Thanks, Jay.
All right,
Carlos.
Good night, everyone, and keep it indie.